everyone, and welcome to the wild and wonderful world of Cataclysm, the beach episode edition. We have a certain cadre of our characters here assembled. They are drunkenly in a tavern, enjoying fine spirits and narcotics, as Milo seems to be strangely well attuned to the environs. They are presently gathered around a table, swapping stories, terrors, tales, and tribulations of their past. And as we approach the scene, fire crackles nearby in a fireplace as Ponike stifles it with a snap of her finger, and we come close to her face, shrouded by light and shadow, as she begins to tell her tale.
Panike kind of leans back in her chair. She's laughing at a joke that someone else had just told, and she grabs a handful of fire and makes a stage out of fire on the table, avoiding burning it. And it kind of looks like she's marionetting puppets made of fire above the little box she has made. And she goes, "Let me tell you the tale of the happiest day of my life. It was a few hundred years ago." And the fire transforms, and you see the interior of this wedding dressing room. And Ponike stands in front of a mirror, wearing a very stunning, high-necked, long black dress with white trim, and is very, very regal looking. Asenath is there as well, wearing a nice black dress, nicer than her position as handmaid, but still not as regal looking as Ponike. It is also trimmed in white. And she is helping to fix Ponike's hair by putting little red flowers in it. Asenath, for the third time you've attempted to fix my hair, I think it looks perfectly fine.
Madame Ponike, we need perfect hair for a perfect day, Doctor. Now, I spent several hours trying to fetch these flowers, Madame Ponike, and I think it would best suit them if they were affixed. We wouldn't want them to fall out and spoil the ceremony, would we?
I understand. Well, you're doing a great job, and I genuinely appreciate you coming in here to help me. You didn't have to.
It is my duty and a privilege, madam.
Oh, well, thank you kindly. And as their conversation all of a sudden, a light knock and the door cracks open, and Captain Basilil enters the room. He's a very stoic-looking gentleman, and he wears a black suit with white trim. He is a shifter, that you can tell. And he walks over, and y'all know him to be the captain of the guard, and he stands in front of Punike, and he goes, "Madam Punike, all of the windows have been secured, all the guests are safely inside, and all of the doors have been locked behind them." "Oh, well, thank you so much, Basilio. Won't you stay and have a drink with me?" He kind of shuffles his suit and he goes, "I apologize, madam, but I can't take off my guard." And she goes, "Oh, come on, I insist." "Well, I really mustn't." "Oh, you know what then? I'm giving you an order to relax and have a drink before the wedding. Wouldn't you agree, Asenath?"
We have to follow our orders, Captain Basilio.
"Fine. Then I'll have a virgin whiskey on the rocks." And he goes over to the counter and he starts putting ice in an ice cube tray. And the door opens again, and in walks Lord Gideon Lumens and Lady Esther Lumens. Oh,
Ah,
if it isn't my in-laws. Hi there.
good. Finally found you. Hopefully we can get
Oh,
this.
hello, 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 hello on this lovely, lovely day.
Thank you, Andre.
Oh,
And
I see y'all are enjoying yourself already.
oh well, I'm enjoying myself, but Gideon here is being a bit of a curmudgeon as usual.
The sooner we get this wedding done, the better.
Nonsense! I hope it lasts forever.
You,
Well, I really appreciate you stopping by. This what but yeah,
And I appreciate you marrying my daughter.
thank you so much.
What is your favorite thing about her? Because I'm
Uh,
having trouble picking. You see, Lady Esther is like she like leans over and like kind of leans on a chair for a second and spills a little bit of her champagne, but she steadies herself.
um well, Lady Esther, if you must know, it would be her. It's the light behind her eyes when she gets a new idea for an art project. And I leave the room for a few minutes, and when I come back, it's splattered in paint.
When you Lady Esther just bursts into tears.
Oh,
So
uh,
beautiful. You're right. She's got the light.
yeah.
oh dear, you always
And
get
I
so
Ponike,
you always get so emotional when talking when talking about our lovely daughter.
Shut up, Gideon.
I hop off the stool and I refill Lady Esther's glass with champagne. Here you go, Lady Esther.
Oh, thank you. She drops it on the floor. I'm sorry. I'm ruining everything. I'm a disaster. I need to go freshen up.
this
She
is
stumbles out of the room.
so as you stumble out of the room, Anella stumbles in,
Mama!
and the second Anella enters the room, Ponike immediately covers her eyes. You know, it's bad luck for me to see you in your dress,
I know,
dear.
but I heard a commotion, and I, gosh, I'm so excited. But mom, do you
Yes.
do you need do you need to sit? Are you okay? Hey,
Uh,
Papa,
uh, I'm just so happy for you, dear.
Mama, thank you. I'm happy too, but uh,
I
look,
got
I
it.
can't.
I've got it. I've got it. Okay, okay. I've got to
What?
go. I need to have a shit. Bye.
Oh, okay. Down the hall to the right.
She walks down the hall and takes a left in the wrong room.
Okay.
oh
I was
boy.
about to I was about to
Some
say,
s-
but that isn't the bathroom. That's the linen closet.
someone better make
Lady,
sure that's fixed.
Papa,
Uh,
you married her. Go on.
what do you think?
Actually, Captain Basilio will go. I'll go and make sure she's found the right bathroom.
Okay,
And
but be
he
careful.
walks out
She
of the
kind of
room.
scratches. Don't take her by surprise.
I'm quite fine with dealing with surprises. And he
any
walks out of the
bathroom
Okay.
is
room.
the right bathroom, Captain.
Always equipped for the job, isn't he?
Oh
I think
well,
he's
I
kind of
mean,
stuffy.
yes, but I mean,
Only a little.
the
Mhm.
years of the years of the battle that have been going on between our two lands. I'm just and Ponike still has her eyes covered. I'm just glad. And she thinks she's looking at Anella, but she's actually looking at Gideon. And you can't see her eyes, but you could tell she's looking deeply into your eyes, but you can't because her eyes are covered, Gideon. And she
And
goes,
Nella is giggling off to the side, covering her mouth.
but our wedding between us and the love that we share will unite the land. And I'm just so happy that my love gets to do something more it's a selfless act of love. And that's just so amazing.
I remember when I had dreams once.
I'm talking to Lord Gideon, aren't I?
Yes.
Apologies. She'll turn. Tonike turns again and is now facing Asenath. Am I facing my
Ooh.
love yet?
Warmer.
A little bit further to the right, madam.
She turns a little bit to the right and is now facing.
No. And Nella kind of scooches just a little, just to keep the game going.
A bit more, madam. Okay, a bit more.
She scooches a bit more.
Scooches the other way.
Mm.
She scooches back. And then she walks over and she puts her hands on your hands. And then she will just, hey, it's me. And I know you're not supposed to see me, but I did something to my veil. I want you to see it.
Fine.
And she'll pull her hands down, and you'll see that added to her veil, like so many art projects, she's managed to embroider. They aren't. It's not red colored because she couldn't get away with that on a wedding gown, but there is slightly pink thread weaving all through her veil, and it looks like flames. I did it last night.
That's amazing. Lord Gideon, Asenath, can go make yourself comfortable. I would like a minute alone with my fiance, please.
Of course.
And we
Go
do
make
have
sure
to
Mama's okay.
Yeah, we have to get started soon. So, Asenath, if you can
She
find
already got
Captain,
started.
if you can find Captain Basileel and have the two of y'all take your place, and then Lord Gideon, do you mind finding Lady Esther?
I was planning to right after this conversation.
Thank you so much.
Right away, madam.
Okay. So when everyone is alone, Punike will hold Anella's hands and just go, gosh, that veil, it's just... It and the woman it is on is just so pretty.
I still
Hey.
can't believe when you say that. It's just wild to hear from you.
Yes,
She'll give you she'll kiss your hand because can't kiss you for real yet. I'm saving that up.
Well, thank you. I know that we had a rough start when you were first betrothed to me, but I'm glad that we finally genuinely love each other.
I'm just glad it was you.
And not some other random warlord who decided to come and kick the previous lord's teeth in.
No, at least you weren't a guy.
That's good as well. I genuinely believe your parents thought I was a man when they betrothed you to me.
It wouldn't surprise me. Mama likes to start early for most things.
Oh, she does have a certain zeal to her.
Sure. I mean, I'm sure that's one of the better qualities of her, but you know, it rubbed off on me. Oh gosh. Oh,
Well,
I hope I don't become a drunk when I get older.
oh,
Look, only let me drink like one glass of wine a night for dinner, okay?
put it this way, if I can light it on fire, you won't drink it. Agreed?
Oh, can you light milk on fire?
I cannot.
Okay. All right.
Anyway, darling, please, you should go get in your spot as well. We do need to get waiting. Basiliel is probably chomping at the chain to get this wedding started.
Okay. I love you.
And she'll escort Anella out of the room, and she'll go and get her place next to the priest at the altar. And Anella and Lord Gideon get at their position, and the priest nods to Ponike, and Ponike nods at the priest, and the priest nods at Gideon, and Gideon and Anella begin walking down the aisle, and the priest, as she gets there, Gideon passes Anella off to Ponike, and the priest steps forward and goes, "Dearly beloved, we are gathered here today to join in divine matrimony under the light of Corellon, Ponike, and Anella Lumen."
Boo! Boo! This shit sucks.
And then
Boo!
quickly, some
Oh
cover
wait,
the
that was just a dude.
Oh, that was.
No! This is someone
This is a
else. This is
one-off
not Lady
character.
Esther. This is not Lady Esther. Sorry. This is
No,
yeah.
that was on me for not catching the tone difference.
You see a man with like a dirty face
Oh wait,
and
I know exactly.
like
You keep going.
a dirty face and a bucket hat. He stands up from the back row and he goes, "Boo! I object to this ceremony. This sucks. Ponike, you suck. You should not be allowed to be happily married. When you
Anella,
killed my friggin' wife."
So, as you do this, of course, Captain Basiliel steps forward, and Ponike will put out her arm and stop Basiliel from charging at you with violent intentions, and Ponike will step forward to the edge of the altar and go, "How did your wife die?"
Well, how do you think she burned to a friggin' crisp? You did. You burned her. You barbecued my sweet, sweet lady.
I'm genuinely sorry for your loss, but as I recall, it was in order to get your previous lord out of power. He was a
Yeah,
bastard and a fool.
well, my wife was a lovely lady. She was a friggin' angel.
And
And
the
you
previous
snuffed her out.
And the previous lord of this land took every gold piece he could from her to fund a frivolous battle over land that this marriage will resolve.
Yeah, well, I'd rather give up every copper to my name and have my sweet Loretta back.
When was the last time? Well, then, when was the last time you were taxed? At least you now have gold to your name. When was the last time you had to worry about food for the rest of your family?
The food I taste, the food I eat tastes like ash in my mouth because there's no Loretta to share it with.
Well, think about all the other loved ones that died in the years of battle before I became lady of this land. That battle
Listen, you
no longer rages.
listen, you can justify it all you want by saying it was a necessary crime, but it was still an atrocity, and you did it. You killed her. Own up to it, or you're a coward. You're yella.
She'll turn around at Captain Basiliel and go, "Captain Basiliel, please escort the gentleman outside, and when you return, we will get back on with the ceremony." And Basiliel walks over to the drunk and just kind of bows up his chest and just kind of grabs you by the collar and begins dragging you out of the church.
The the yeah. He says, um, you can lie all you want and say it was justified, but you killed an innocent woman. You killed her, and many more.
And he throws you out of the church, and he shuts the doors and relocks them, and he resumes his position on the altar. And then it cuts back to the bar with Ponike doing the marionettes. It was such a beautiful ceremony. It was it's the first time that all of those people at my family were in a room together. Well, the next time that we were in a room together, though, it was sadder, and it's also 15 years later, and everyone is standing around a bed, and Anella is in it, looking sickly and pale. Um, Cleric is standing in the corner of room and walks towards the door into the hallway, gesturing to Ponike and Lord Gideon and Lady Asenath as well. I mean, Lady Esther as well.
Is that me?
Cleric,
Yeah,
think that.
yeah, it's me.
Oh,
The cleric is wringing his hands, and as you exit to the outside, Ponike, you hear, Madam Ponike, I've done all I could for Lady Anella. I'm afraid she has till the end of the day, and then she'll pass.
Oh, 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 gods. Are you sure?
Whatever ails her is beyond my power, beyond the power of my God.
Thank you so much. You are dismissed.
I'm sorry I couldn't do more.
Yeah, you're fine. Thank you for what you've done. You've given us a little more time at least. And Punike will look at Gideon and Esther in the hallway and look through the window of the door at Anella and look at the two of them and go, sorry I couldn't protect your daughter.
What do you exactly have to be sorry for?
I feel like feel like this is my fault. Cosmic punishment of sorts.
And if you feel that way, at the very least, you can atone by being there for her in her final moments.
I
Like the rest of us will.
think I can muster that strength. And she'll walk back in the room and followed by Gideon and Esther, and she'll hold Anella's hand and kind of like rub the top of it, and in doing so Anella wakes up very briefly.
hey, your hand is still warm.
My hands are always warm.
I know. My chest hurts.
Asenath, can you go down the hallway and bring Captain Basiliel in here, please?
Of course.
So Asenath leaves, and there's a moment where Pranike is extremely silent. You can't even hear the fire crackling within her blood.
Can you get my mom?
Yeah, your mom's right here at the foot of the bed, sweetheart.
Hi, sweetie.
Hi, Mama. Hi.
Hello. Hi. I'm here. I'm here.
Mama.
Yes, dear.
Is Dad there too?
I'm here, dear.
he's right here, sweetie. We're all right here. Your whole family. We're here.
Don't cry. Don't cry. You know, you know, if you cry, I'm gonna start crying too.
I'll be strong for you, sweetie. I'll be strong for you. I won't cry. I won't cry if you don't.
Okay, thank you. Well, thank you both for raising me. If if you if you hadn't had me, then I would I wouldn't have gotten married. Thanks.
If if we wouldn't have had you, I don't know what my life's purpose would have been.
Mama.
Oh,
And
Annabelle.
then she'll put a little
Anella,
she can't lift her arm, but she'll like her little hand will kind of like wave up like, where's the hand? Where's the hand? I want to hold you.
grab the hand. Grab the hand.
Grab the hand, and the little hand grabs you as good as it can.
And at this point, Aseneth returns with Captain Basilio.
Who came in?
It was Aseneth and Basilio.
Oh, I like Asenath. Asenath, you're so nice. And Captain Basilio. You're both so nice. Do you remember when on my wedding you threw that man out? I'm sorry you had to do that.
Oh, it was all part of the job, Lady Anella. Happy
I
to
know.
oblige.
That's a sad job. Thank
Well,
you for doing it though.
my service for the past 16 years to you has been just as bright as you are.
That's very nice. Nike,
Yes, darling.
Gosh. You know, this is weird. I never took the time to think what to say. And
No one ever does, dear.
look,
She'll
I
look up
know this
from she was staring at the ground. She'll look up at you.
I know this is gonna be sad. It's sad for me too. But don't let it hang on you, okay? We
You
had a
feel
lot of good before now.
You feel Ponike's hands get very cold. And it's the first time you have ever felt Ponike's hands be cold.
Don't get cold. Stay warm for me, okay? Don't forget.
You see like tears run down her face and like steam up as they like reach her chin. Of course, dear.
And then you feel her hand get cold.
There's a moment of silence as we all realize that Anella has passed, and it cuts back to the bar, and the little marionettes disappear, and the scenery made of fire slowly disappears. The fire and this palm of fire returns to Ponike's hand, and she just dumps a bunch of ash onto the table, and she goes, "I blacked out. Don't remember what happened after I felt her hands go cold. And when I came to, I was already in a new vessel. I don't even remember my time in the egg. The castle, town, the land, all of it, completely reduced to ash. The only I saw so few living people, but I saw him, the drunkard from my wedding. stumbling through the ash and the smoke. And I ran. I ran as fast as I could go, and as far as I can go, and finally came to a place to rest my head in an old wet cave. But anyway, who wants a drink? And Ponike will wave to a waitress to order a drink.
Girl, you got some shit.
Just so Belfan's just had his like arms crossed on the table, like his head just like he was entranced with the whole with the whole puppet show.
Cool idea, by the way.
So
Yeah, good
Okay.
idea. Right?
he was
Hey,
I
What?
was enjoying that.
What happened to that drunkard? He seems a very appealing, compelling character. I'd love to see what he gets into later.
I'd like to
I
hear
like his motivation.
I'd like to hear more about Captain Vaseline.
What a slippery fella.
Well,
all right. Who wants which brave soul wants to go next?
Um, I um, I have virtually nothing, but we can go for it.
We can
If
go
you want
for
to
it
try,
if you feel comfy with it. I'm getting more at ease.
I'm just enjoying the fact that Belfan's high. We can play off of that.
oh yeah, I
Nice.
forgot that Belfin's vignette is gonna be like a dream fucking sequence from like a
Oh
stoner
yeah.
comedy.
Someone else go and then I'll go. How about that?
I'll go.
all right. All right. Oh, quick little thing. Max,
What?
that was some of the best dialogue delivery ever. I actually felt like I was there. You really knocked it out of the park.
Yeah, y'all all did such a good job. Y'all hit those fucking character beats exactly how. So when I was writing this, I was like walking around my house last night, like miming, like pantomiming everything.
Oh,
Fucking
I do that so
10 out of
much.
10 out of 10, knocked it out of the fucking park, y'all. Like chef's kiss.
Hell yeah, man.
Y'all
Yo,
Hell
made
we were
yeah.
like, we were so sad.
Mm-hmm.
I liked being your mom.
Yeah,
I was
I liked
trying.
you being my mom. I love that you were day drinking. It was great.
I was genuinely trying to be like sad and like get into character and like of being like a sad woman losing her wife. But Andre's fucking Esther voice. Oh,
Yeah,
so
I didn't. I chose the voice immediately, and once a really tough scene came up, I'm like, all right, well, this is the
Gotta
bed.
commit.
I'm gonna lay in it. Yep.
Who the I was just like Belfan's like writing bullshit in his notebook. It's just like who the fuck is Captain Vaseline? And what are these
so
equations? They're fucking inane.
so to give y'all a description of Lady Esther, she's the mom from Mean Girls or Marge Simpson. Those were the two
That's pretty
characters I
hot.
gave for Lady Esther.
Good work, gang. Good work. All right. Uh, Milo, take us away.
I was gonna do it.
Huh?
I was gonna
Mags,
go.
Mags, take us.
All right, Silas, take us away.
All right. Well, that was some sad shit. Y'all gotta laugh at something. Let's see. Ooh, I know. I'll tell you all about when I became an altar boy. So it's
It does
some
like the Batman. It does the Batman swirling thing, except it's like Silas.
and a rat. It's
I was I
Silas
was
and
thinking
Henry.
this was like a Wayne's World transition.
No, exactly. Okay. So It is about, let's say 15 years earlier, in the city of Fairhaven. You four are clones. You are bright, colorful people who are genetically predispositioned to have very red noses, very pale skin, and funny, gangly looking Sasquatch arms.
So
But
me.
Usually.
usually, you four are members of the clergy for the Clonish goddess, Our Lady of Feeling. She is the most widely revered Clonish goddess, often thought to have created the Clons themselves when she wanted a people of her own. But it's just you four in this city. Not many clowns live here, and the few who do aren't accepted in most social circles. And you can't really blame people. You're very strange, even when you don't mean to be. That doesn't matter right now. You're all in church, and you're watching your polio. Let me spell that. You're watching your
Dear God.
polio. Yes.
Dear
Well, no,
God,
that's
please
not it.
give me.
Please, Jesus. They are signing their sermon. As they are mute, they've taken a vow of silence in, oh golly, what's the word? To be closer to Our Lady, who gave the clowns her voice. And they're a squat, short little old person with graying purple hair tied into buns, and they have to stand on a stool to be able to reach the pulpit. They're about 3 feet tall. And
Oh my god.
yeah, so they close up, they look at the four of you, and while they are signing, they say, "Thank you all, of course, for being here and for praising Our Lady's name. I know it's harder than it was back in your homes, but she's happy to have you here, and so am I." And then they step down from the little puppet and they go walk over because they're the priests, but it's just the 5 of you here, so you're all buddies. And I suppose out of character, kind of tell each other your names and say who you are. And by
Well,
oh god, I'm gonna hush. I'm gonna hush. Go
my
on.
name's Blind Bonnie. I am 7 feet tall. I'm a string bean. I'm about as wide as a broom pole. I have bright pink and light blue hair, 'cause I'm trans. And I got about as much detail on my face as Mount Rushmore.
Thank you. Next.
My name's Patches. Patches the Hole. And I'll tell you, I just I just love to eat. I love to eat so dang much. I reckon I never stop. In fact, I'm eating right now. Mm. Oh, delicious.
What the
Okay.
fuck?
Oh, I didn't give you guys the racial abilities. Keep going, but I'm gonna put them in a second 6.
I. Oh, is Ian not doing this?
Ian,
You said I wasn't playing anyone.
I messaged you again and said since Steven's not here, you're gonna play.
I, Mags, I'm driving. I
Oh, never
can't
mind.
read messages.
Okay, just
Yeah.
3.
Mm.
Roops.
Suddenly, the fourth clone discovers Richard Dawkins leaves. Go ahead.
Okay.
No, I hung the third one. I am Giovanni the Just, a brooding 6 foot tall clown.
Fucking delicious. All right. So
See,
the
I was
four of you.
hoping that Gabe would do a really serious character since me and Andre are just doing absolutely ridiculous things.
Oh, I'm so excited
Oh hell yeah! I'm gonna
for
lean
what you
into
guys
this.
are in. Y'all don't even know. Okay.
I'll play the straight man to this parade.
Yes. So the four of you are, talking and signing amongst yourselves. Oh, golly, I don't think I've ever told you guys. The Clonish native language is a sign language. It's somatic. So yeah, you guys know that as well as common.
Fair enough.
You're all talking amongst each other, discussing matters of spirit, when the door flies open. And that's funny because the door never flies open. You're the only bastards who come in here. But who cares? Door is kicked open, and what the four of you see before you is a scraggly little white-haired clon. None of you have seen him before, but there he is. And he looks like he's in an awful panic, and he looks to the four of you. Okay, I'm just gonna say three. Three of you, and he says, "Hey, uh, y'all are the feeling ones?
Oh, you betcha.
Okay,
Oh, we're feeling all right, and I'm feeling hungry.
okay. I need help. Um, can I?
Of course there, friend. You need something off a tall shelf? And
No.
she'll extend her arm, and it's like with her arms fully extended, she's like almost 12 feet tall. It's insanely ridiculous, this woman.
Oh yeah.
I reckon you look like a green bean. Mmm, green bean.
I reckon you look like a Brussels sprout.
Oh, I can
God.
eat a Brussels sprout too. I sure love to eat everything.
Quiet, you two. Speak. What's your problem?
Snubbed for the Oscar.
Okay. So, uh, you and he'll walk in and he'll go sit in one of like the two pews that you have.
Words, boy. You speak common.
I know. Um. So I was down the way in the marble ward in a tavern, and I overheard some clowns talking about some terrible shit. I'm sorry to curse, but and the four of you kind of start to get the sneaking suspicion that what this little dude is talking about is Gallo worshippers. You don't know much about them, but they are part of most of the Clonish population in Fairhaven, and they are pretty tough customers, and they don't like you. And he continues with, there was this big meat-headed looking mother, and I don't know if he was telling tales or anything like that, but I heard that tonight they're gonna kill a baby. And he looks to the three of you for guidance. I don't know what to do.
That
I can't
sounds
go.
awfully bad.
Yeah, I I can't go to the guards. They're not fans of me, but I don't know who else to ask for help.
Well, you know what? We'll be your friend. We'll be your fans now.
Hey, that makes me feel better. Um, and he'll look to the polio and he's like, Father, uh, I know it's short notice, but they said it was happening tonight. Could I take y'all? I'm gonna need help.
Well,
Don't
sure. Let's head on over. I think we can lend you a hand. I think we can help out, and hopefully, no babies will ever need to die ever.
Bless you.
Yeah, I think people who murder babies should be sent directly to sent directly to the Lady of Feeling for punishment.
I know that's how she works, but All right.
Says
And
that
he
as he's
will.
holding a giant mace.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Silas is gonna look over to Giovanni and be like, "What about you, brave paladin, or whatever you are? I just know you're bigger than me.
Seems I have to hand out some discipline.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank all of you. All right. It was over here."
I was about
And
to say something about let's say the
Mm.
in the name of Our Lady, I will tan their hides.
all right. So the three of you are led by this strong little dude through filthy alleys, down crowded streets, past market stands, and all kinds of gunk. And you all pull up to a pretty grody looking little hole in the wall, and you can see a crooked sign nailed into the brick above it, and it says the Panther Pot. Because, hey, they need a pot to piss in.
Well, that's one way to get coffee in the morning.
All right. I overheard him in there. I gotta warn y'all, it's kind of nasty in there, and I wasn't
Don't worry, I have plenty of handkerchiefs. And she starts pulling handkerchiefs out, and she just keeps pulling and pulling and pulling and pulling, and this goes on for some time until there's just like a 2 foot high pile of handkerchiefs, and she pulls out the final one, and it's like a used condom, and she pulls it off and puts it back in her pocket and goes, huh, I guess a balloon animal got stuck.
all right.
Holy shit!
You have
Lordy.
all sinned in the eyes of God.
There is the opening. Okay, the doors themselves, they look like those neat saloon doors where it's not a door, but it's kind of just like shutters. And you can hear there's some sort of twangy music scratching out of there. There's candlelit walls that look like they haven't been scrubbed in years. Do you go through?
Let's
Yes.
go. I'll lead the way.
Yep.
Blythe
Wait, I
and
lost my
Bonnie
voice.
will like
I'll lead the way. There it is.
Blythe
Oh no.
Blythe and Bonnie will like duck to get through the doorway.
Perfect. Yeah, so the inside ain't much better than the outside. In fact, it's worse. Smells like pee in there. There's a nasty old bar to the right of you. There aren't that many patrons in here now that your eyes are adjusting to the low light. And even more noticeable, there aren't any other cons. But there's a bartender, and he has got quite a look on his face when the four of you saunter on in. Uh, y'all, okay. Hi, welcome to the Panthers Pod. What can I get for you?
Perhaps you could get us some information.
It sounds like a funny kind of drink. I can get you some of the house special if that's what you're uh interested
Well,
in.
I'm pretty hungry, but I don't know if I could eat a whole house.
God Almighty!
God damn
He
it,
kind of
Andre. You're too
he
fucking
kind of just like
funny.
You son of a bitch.
he leans over and like he doesn't make it look like he's being really tired by the shit that you're saying, but he does pinch the top of his nose. He's just like, God damn it! All right, haha, I get it. Yeah, it's real funny.
I'm literally not joking.
What?
I just misunderstand things.
Oh, uh, okay. sir.
When you say how special, you're not talking about serving up a whole house on a big old plate.
No, I'm talking about a cup of panther piss.
All right, I'll take
It,
that.
all right. So that you understand, it's not actually piss. Is that okay with you? Fucking weirdo.
Oh, gee whiz! I guess that's even better.
Wow. All right. He pours you up a cup of. He pours you a cup of. Give me a drink, bartender. He just puts it on the bar. Silas slinks over and sits up on a bar stool. So,
Gluck, 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 gluck.
uh, how did you say that and drink at the same time? You know what? I don't think I could
So
take an answer.
so he then like uh, he gets another glass of panther piss, and then he like uh is drinking it, and as the glass empties, you hear him sing "Happy birthday to you, happy birthday
Oh,
to
God
you."
almighty. Oh, silver flame. Give me patience. All right, so
Oh my god.
Oh,
for you,
one quick aside. One
what?
quick aside. I am going to make a drink called Panther Piss.
As you
Our
should.
official.
Hell
Yeah,
yeah!
I'm working on it right now. All right, keep going.
All right. All right, so
Apple juice and rum is my suggestion.
No, it should be like
and just a little ammonia, so it really smells like it.
it should be like a French 75, but with tequila instead of gin, and like I don't know, something else.
Tequila, sake, and apple beer.
Mm.
Ooh.
Hmm.
All right,
Oh, and some tea.
some testosterone. Or
Tequila,
y'all
prosecco, and apple juice.
y'all don't look like you're from the that what is it? The snaps his fingers and Silas goes, Gallo? Yeah, them. I need a different voice for this dude. Yeah, them, those freaks. Pardon if you are affiliated. Uh, um. Anyway, any of y'all want a drink or is
No, we're actually looking for information on the gallows.
okay? That's oh, all right. I'm gonna be honest with you. That's gonna be kind of hard to. That's a tough order to fill. I look, and he leans over. He leans close to the four of you, and he's like, "Look, y'all, y'all, y'all seem like nice people. I kind of don't want y'all getting thrown into some shit that you shouldn't be thrown into. Also, I kind of count on them for a lot of business, and it would be not a good look if I snitched on anybody. I assume that's what this is about. Are y'all cops?
Nope,
If I ask you,
just
you have to tell me.
clowns.
Oh,
I only cop a feel.
oh my god. I can't get into world building stuff tonight. This is just a test. Okay. I mean, that's all well and good, but I can't. It's gonna be and he'll kind of like open up his hand and slide it across the bar. It's like it's gonna be kind of tough to remember anything specific about
I
him
give him a high five
if
in his
you
open hand.
if you catch the zydeco I'm slinging.
I give him a high five in his open hand.
And his hand will flex open and closed.
Oh fuck.
So
Yeah, she'll then like honk her nose and like a couple copper pieces will fall into her hand when she honks her nose, and
Like,
she'll put a couple coppers in his hand and
yo,
go,
yo, pretty good. Hang on. My Wi-Fi just went out, so if you said anything in the last 30 seconds, I did not hear it.
"Oh shit, I'm so sorry."
It's okay.
All I said was "duffa."
Hmm. So, what's the last thing you guys heard me say?
I slapped his hand and he like closed and opened his hand.
Okay. Yeah. Wait, you slapped his hand?
Yeah, I gave him a high five in his open hand.
Ah, son of a what? Yeah, you goop. All right. I don't know if that's a bad word to call you, but god damn it, I slide me something, and I might have something to say
You
about
can't call
it.
us goofy. That's our word.
Okay. Well, if that's the
I love that.
case, yeah, I did clones. Um. All right. Well, if if y'all are just here to yank my chain, I reserve the right to withhold service.
She will she will pull out a chain, like just a length of chain with like a shackle on the end of it, and clip it to his wrist and go, "What? Well, now I'm yanking your chain," and like pull on and like begin pulling on it.
Okay, roll intimidation with advantage.
Oh,
Just pick
okay.
a cool number.
I was just gonna roll for with Ponike's character sheet because she's
Yeah, yeah, do that.
a 22 charisma should work for this situation.
Hmm.
Give me a second.
So Max, how does it feel to have to deal with the chicanery I have to deal with every day?
Um, not to complain, but I kind of wish you guys would take it a little more seriously. I
Sorry.
know they're It's okay. I know they're clowns, but like
Heard.
I did write this
No,
for
totally.
much appreciated. Oh fuck, right. The foundry.
Don't be afraid
Yeah,
to ask what you need.
that'll do her. All right. You yank his arm, and he goes, "Gee, all right, okay. Hey, just, just stop doing shit to me, okay? I get enough of it from them. I don't need it from you. Unhook me."
She will. She'll pull out a comically large ring of keys, smile, and then put it in her pocket, pull out a handcuff key, and unlock him.
All right, thank you. God. All right, what do you need to know?
Well, we need to know where they're going to kill what they're killing, so we can stop them from doing it.
All right, I don't think. What? And Silas will look over to Blythe, and he'll be like, he was and he'll look at the bartender, and he's like, "Did you see any one of them in here lately?" Bartender will look at him and be like, "I mean, depends on what them you mean."
Wait, say
You
that
there?
last bit again.
Uh, he said Silas asked him if he'd seen any peculiar people recently, and he said, that depends.
Well, what's it depend on?
Well, these are the slums. There's lots of peculiar people coming in here. I mean, look at this place. It ain't the Ritz in here. Got all kinds. Who are you looking for? Did y'all hear me?
Yeah, we hear you.
Okay.
Well, gee whiz, who are we looking for? Someone trying to kill a dang baby.
See, I and then Silas will cut in. It was a Gallo worshiper. All right, that doesn't narrow it down. Do you know what he looked like? I didn't tell you guys what he looked like. Groups.
Yep.
They all point at each other. And it's like, you did it.
You did it.
Well, shucks,
Hey,
you got me good.
I'm gonna be honest. I'm not really feeling confident about this. Can we move on?
Nah, keep
I know.
keep going. Come on.
No, I'm not feeling good about it. It's not going how I was thinking it would.
Oh, railroad us, railroad us. Take
I
us
don't
along for
want
a
to.
ride.
I want you guys to ask, but I don't know how to make
Oh,
something appealing
when
enough
you
to ask.
what are you trying to get them to
Just
ask?
ask. Silas came in. He said he overheard someone talking about nasty shit. I just want you guys to ask. Were there any dudes? Were there any like Gala worshippers come in lately?
Okay, well, were any Gallo worshippers in here recently?
Where
I mean,
where did the
yeah,
gal? Where do the is there somewhere the Gallo worshippers all go to congregate or do evil deeds?
shit. If I knew that, uh, well, I don't know. And even if I did know, I don't think I'd really want to go anywhere near that joint. Um, well, oh, hey, actually, you just missed a fella. Came in about 10 minutes ago looking for his buddy. Shucks.
For
All
his
right.
Well, where was he headed?
He was he was headed for, well, he didn't say, but he certainly was headed there in a hurry. Um, look, folks, I don't think I'll be able to help you much, but I know someone who might have a better idea of where to look for this kind of mess. Um, Here, and he will take out some parchment, scribble down a little address, and he will slide it to Giovanni, and he'll go, "You head on down there. I don't really know how to get there myself, but it's ask around. She'll help you out."
Hmm. All right then. He picks up the address. What is it?
It is an address for an apothecary called Ball's Blessings.
Wonder which strange magics they sell.
So, do the four of you leave the bar?
Yeah, we'll go on down to the apothecary.
Okay. It's not that easy to find, but you folks have been here long enough. You know, you better know which ones to avoid. So, you make it there in about 10 minutes. And when you do, you notice that the sun is setting. But it's a plain little building in front of you. It's okay. There's two large buildings on either side of it, and this little shop is like kind of like nestled in between them, like if a kid was sitting between two big guys on a train. And it's charming enough looking, but train just pulled up. But the door is closed. There's a light in the window, and the sign says open.
Blythe will walk in.
The little bell chimes when you walk in, and the smell hits you pretty hard in the nose. It's like cinnamon and sandalwood and rose incense and a little bit of sulfur all at once, and it just punches you in the snoot.
Well, gee whiz, it sure smells delightful in here.
And surrounding you is a bunch of shelves with, nameless and priceless bits and bobs. There's some bottles of unlabeled potions, some with clear glass, some with glass faded by time. Lots of little hanging charms nailed to the ceiling and posted up on the borders of the windows. And you notice on the front window, you couldn't see from the outside because of the, just the grime of the city. But walking in, you can see that there's a line of salt on the windowsill. But your presence has not been has not gone unnoticed. And a woman walks out from a curtain and she steps up to the counter. And she is a tiefling woman with red hair and one horn on one side and the other one just it's kind of a nubbin. And she goes, hello, 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 hello. Welcome to Ball's Blessings. I'm Belmina. Lovely to have you here. What can I get for you?
We're looking
Uh,
for some folks who might have passed through here.
and also maybe some delicious food,
Giovanni
if
eyes
you got it.
some of the merchandise around the inside of this building.
What was that, Gabe?
Giovanni eyes some of the merchandise around the building.
Roll me a religion check.
You got it. I'm just gonna use
Oh
Belfan's
no,
stat
how will
here.
Belfin ever pass that?
Yeah, just use y'all stats.
Yeah.
If you ever need to roll anything, yeah, unless if your religion modifier is lower than 5, you can take +5 in it.
Okay.
But we're all smart pants here.
Should be expertise for them since they're clerics.
Me too.
Yeah.
Okay, with the 13 and with the name of the store, you can tell that this establishment is not entirely kid friendly when it comes to the deities at large. There are many charms hanging up on the wall, and looking closer at them, you can see that a lot of them are wards specific to certain devils and demons. There is what looks like a tattered old tapestry of oh wait, Bahamut's not in this one, of a silver flame hanging up on the wall. And funnily enough, you see a symbol of Our Lady. Painted in, of course, because it's hard to get a hold of the real deal in this city. But Our Lady is represented here. Unfortunately, you see posted up behind the counter on a poster of all things, the grinning four-eyed face of Gallo.
Hmm.
I heard you mention food. What kind of food do you need? I don't sell much, but I got teas. I got some roots you can chew. It helps with indigestion. Whatever you
Well,
need, as long as
I
it's medical
would.
related.
Oh, ooh, do you have any medical dumplings or any medical hoagie sandwiches or perhaps a medical apple pie?
I have medical marijuana.
Well, gosh, that's only going to make me hungrier.
Now, best I can do is this, and she'll pull out a little tray of like made of like I don't know some sort of dark wood, and when she shakes it, it's like chicka 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 chicka. She takes it out and she slides the top open and pulls out a little white disc, and she puts it in your hand, and she's like, "There you go, that's for you." And when you pop it in your mouth, it's just a nice little mint, although it's got sort of a weird, skunky taste to it.
Well, Garv,
But
this tastes like I don't even well heck I don't even know I reckon what it tastes like, but I tell you what, it sure makes my tongue tingle. And he does like he does a cartwheel, but he's so round that it's a cartwheel, but his arms aren't even extended. It's just like his body is always just flush with the ground, and he just rolls over.
just bonks around. Careful of that shelf. Careful of that shelf, please. So, huh? Food, huh? I can't really help you much with that, but what about you, Stretch? And she looks up at Blythe. You need something for joint pain, maybe, or I don't know, rosacea. The four of you are looking kind of burnt there, if you don't mind me saying. Usually, you
Well,
folks got paint on.
well, actually, I'm more interested in why you have that there picture. And she'll point to the picture of Gallo.
Oh, him! Oh, yeah. Ugh. I had to put it up so that the boys know where they can shop safe.
Oh, what boys?
You know, the him, uh, Gabe brings carnival. Gosh, I don't know, but I don't mean to insult your cultural stuff, but yeah, this is you guys must be new. I wait, wait. Okay, you're not with them, are you?
Not at all. We worship the lady.
Okay, all right, that makes sense. Well, okay. Like I said, I had to put that up so that folks would know it's okay to shop here. I got plenty plenty other symbols of gods around here. This city, people are just fussy when it comes to religion, but everybody can come in here fine. Them Gallo boys, shit, they give me a lot of business. A rowdy that they can. Well, I guess you don't. Um, Look, I'm a healer. That's my main modus operandi, and those boys keep me afloat. They're solid customers, but they're solid customers because they get beat to shit constantly. I think it might be, a religious thing. In fact, couldn't be coincidental.
Hmm.
Looking for him? Why are you looking for him again?
Oh, we just need to talk to them.
Talk about what though?
Well, we need to talk them out of killing a baby.
And she will look at you with big wide eyes. Huh?
Hey, yep, they plan on killing a baby, and we're gonna stop them. Yep.
Hmm.
Whoa. And you're not you're not kidding about that?
Look at me. Do I look like someone who likes to make jokes?
That's okay. That's funny, but you you're saying they're gonna kill the baby?
Deadly
Yeah,
serious.
so it's kind of urgent. You asking a bunch of repetitive questions is
Uh,
slowing us down.
all right. Look. I okay. Yeah. Um. Wow. That's heavy. Uh. What do you need then?
Their location.
Well,
You think what?
also, would, did they happen to buy, I don't know, chalks, stuff that you would use to start a ritual? Any components?
Um, uh, no chalk recently, but they always clean me out with pitch and tar. I can't keep that shit. I used to have a bunch of it because, man, I get so many holes in this roof, but no chalk.
Mm, the pitch and tar is more interesting. Did they recently?
Look,
How recently did
sorry,
they
go on.
buy you out? Did they buy you out of pitch and tar?
Oh, that would have to be maybe 3 days back. A couple of them come in here and just cleared out. It was a good day. I went and bought myself a steak. Look, if I knew where they were, I'd just tell y'all upright. But I don't know where to send you for that. I just do business here. I'm not affiliated with anybody specifically. I'm open to everybody. I'm kind of starting to wish I wasn't now. But hey, oh, um, I think I know someone I could send you to who might know where it is. But look, if they're gonna do something that nasty, I don't think I want to be seen with you. Whew, to tell you the truth. So, oh, how about doing this? And 1 second, she'll disappear into the back room for a couple minutes, leaving you alone.
If she didn't want to be seen with us, she should have done this whole ordeal quicker. Oh well.
She will come on back with a little doggy bag, and she will put it on the counter, and she'll say, "There's someone I make deliveries for who doesn't much like the sect anymore. I think if you just, you know, bring this to her, she might tell you more. But that's where I'm gonna have to wash my hands of this. As bad as that is, I'm just one little Belmina. I can't get involved with a whole church. Okay? Um, goodness, Godspeed, you guys. If you're not messing around, um, you might want to, you know, ugly thing to say, but babies die every day. He'll push the baggie towards you. Scribbled on it is the address.
Well, I guess we got someplace to go.
We got something to go on. Shall we?
We shall.
Alright, where to next, Mags?
All right, next location. You guys need to get to an apartment. It's not that far away. You climb up to the second story, and you were told by Belmina to ask for a woman named Goldie. You arrive at the correct door. What do you do?
I'll knock. It's a very loud but brisk knock.
Hell yeah. Nothing happens.
I'll do it one. I'll do another like set of raps on the door. Still nothing.
You hear something kind of crash behind the door, and then you hear, ah, fuck. And then more crashing and more cursing, and you hear stomping right up to the door, and then a bunch of chains click, 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 chick, 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 like there's a bunch of hooks and all sorts of shit that needs to be unlocked before the doors open, and the door is pulled open and stopped by one final chain, and you see poking through a very, very golden eye, and the person who owns that eye says, "What the fuck do you want?"
We were hoping for some information regarding a baby being used for a sacrifice.
And the door shuts, and then you hear one final click, and the door opens, and what you see before you kind of sucks to look at. This is a clownish woman, like the four of you, but she's kind of rough looking. There's a lot of chunks sort of cut out of her in a way. She's heavily scarred. Her face sort of ripples in a way. And the closer you look, you realize that they aren't, they aren't wrinkles of any sort. They're burn scars. She has them on her hands too. But, for all of her disfigurement, all of her gnarliness, her eyes are fucking wild to look at. It's like she's got coins for eyes. She looks straight at you, all of her 4-foot glory, and she says, "You want to say that again?"
Mm.
All three of you are muted.
Oh, sorry. Well, yes, ma'am. We're in search of some gallows fella who believe that they're gonna kill a baby tonight. We plan on stopping them.
We're on a baby saving mission.
Hey, look, why don't y'all come in, huh? Hey, is that my tea? And she snatches the bag from whoever grabbed it. All right, come in, come in. She will lead you all to a ratty little apartment, but there is a parlor, which is nice, and there's enough seats for everybody. There's about 2 big old couches, and then the tallest, sort of like a chair that looks like it was made to smoke in, tall and velvet, but scratched to shit and stuffing coming out. There's one spring kind of popping out of the top, but she's too short, so it doesn't hit her. She hops into that chair and she looks at the 4 of you. And she goes, "Hey, so, clearly, you guys don't know what you're getting into, huh? Where are you from?"
So far, my impressions of what I'm getting into is a wild goose chase. But
I gotta remember this voice. Sorry, dude.
you're good.
Cigarette mom.
Cigarette.
Oh my god.
Cigarette
from-
butch auntie. Sorry.
We're from right here, actually.
I'm a local boy. I'm Patches.
Okay, that's very nice. Hello, my name's Goldie. I guess you knew. Did Belly send you?
Yes, she did, ma'am.
Okay. All right. Hmm. Well, seeing as how you've already come this far, I might as well just tell you, because I don't really care what happens to them. You know what they're gonna do tonight?
We were told by this young clownish fella here, and I'll gesture to Silas, that they were talking about killing a baby.
Yeah. There's a lot of ways to do it. Do you know how?
I don't think it matters, but I'm kind of curious.
Does matter. You don't just do it to do it. It's a there's a purpose to this. Nobody just okay. If you're not if you're not one of Gallows' children, I guess you're one of Our Lady of Whining. Is that right? You're one of them goodies.
Worship the
Smell
Lady of
like them.
Healing.
Well, okay, fair enough. But you're in my house. Still, you came here. You sought me out. So there is something you're gonna have to look out for when you head there. Oh, it's shucks. Hang on, guys. Let me figure my shit out.
All good.
Much appreciated. Thanks for being patient, by the way.
You're doing great.
You're doing
Of
fine.
course.
Doing fine. I know what you're moaning
Blast.
about.
Okay.
The characters are believable. The plot point progression is solid. It's a grade A session. It's actually pretty good.
Okay, thank you. That's sweet of you.
Yeah,
Okay.
sorry for being a bit too goofy earlier.
It's okay. Yeah, I mean they are clowns, but then outside of the session I did have 6 months with other people who actually knew what clowns are, and we did a lot of world building, so I think I went into this with way different expectations than what I should have had, and that's on me. That's on me.
No
So she will stretch her shitty little legs and she'll say, what they're gonna do is perform something called the rebirth. Yeah, gosh, it's weird talking to people who don't know about the shit that we do, especially others. Look, I'm gonna tell you what's gonna happen, but I need you to not be too judgmental. Gallo, he made us with his bare hands, and before he finished, somebody. Wait, god damn! I bet you don't even know. You don't even know why we worship him, do you? You
Sure
know his
don't.
story?
Unfortunately, no.
Oh boy.
Well,
I wonder what
I'm
new
gonna have to tell you
character
so
got
it makes
added.
more
I
sense.
sure hope it's Bulma.
Gallo brings Carnival. He made us, at least.
Look, it's us, Bulma!
That's what some of us think. I still believe it, but I had to get out of the scene for a lot of reasons. I didn't always talk like
Got
this.
added. I sure
I
hope.
actually, yeah,
Look,
I
it's us,
kind of almost
Bulma!
got strangled to death. And now
Uh,
and that's because Gallo was a rough guy. What we believe
oh my god, this fucking encoder's
most out of life. So he made us out of clay, and he breathed his life into us, and he made us indestructible. But before he could finish, we don't know who, Some people think it was more than one. Some people think it was Our Lady. But nobody knows for sure. Before he could finish his creation, someone, a god, angry at what he was making, threw tar onto his face and his hands. And it disfigured him, and he couldn't finish. That's why we're as rough as we are, because we want to prove to him that even if he didn't finish, we're still the toughest bastards out there. But we can jump back from death thanks to him. That's why I look like this. It's like prayer, you know. And that's why they're doing what they're gonna do tonight. We see it. We see the rebirth as a way of giving back to him, you know. Some people say it's like giving him fresh materials to work with. I know it's ugly. It is. But that's why we do it, and they're gonna
So you
drown
plan
that kid in tar.
Oh, lovely.
and rebirth it, bring it back?
Gee whiz.
No, no, you don't come back from that. You get sent back to him, so he's got more to work with, so that he can finish us. Look, I don't think it's not right. I'm just gonna tell you where it is. About a mile out of town, if you head north, you will find a little grove of trees. Walk past them, circle around, and then kind of head up its skirts. In those trees, you're going to find an old barn. You'll find them in there. And hey, if you come back, come on and hang out. I could use some tea buddies. Be nice to know some expats. And she will give you all a little blessing by name. And now you know. You need to go to a barn outside of the city. It is nighttime now. So you will need a torch. And
As
by
we,
my magic, you have a torch.
yeah, as we're heading there, Blythe is kind of. She goes, "Well, gosh, Phyllis, I'm a bit twisted up about this. Like, I don't believe you should be killing babies, but the way Goldie made it sound, this is a proper religious ceremony. I just thought they were out sacrificing babies and killing them just for shits and giggles. This sounds like a proper religious service, and I mean, I think it'd be mighty rude if they came in and broke up us while we was in church."
What is Our Lady's the Our Lady of Feelings way of this situation? Are there any precedents?
Is there any sort of equivalent to this in your religion?
Well, what I'm asking is that if there is if there's a precedent to how those have handled the situation before.
Oh, you haven't heard of something like this before.
So it's the first time we've heard of this ritual in particular.
Yes.
Okay.
And I mean, like, again, you guys are Our Lady of Feeling. The others are Gallo Brings Carnival, which by lore and design, they tend to not associate with other religions, even other clownish religions, because to them, anybody could have been the god that threw tar on their creator. So they kind of give everyone the stink eye.
So they spite
So
everyone.
they are not fans of anybody.
And this child is also
This
Not
child
problem.
you don't know yet.
Okay.
I'll
Just
I'll turn to Silas and I'll go. Well, now Silas, you mentioned that they were killing a. Is it a baby or a child they're killing?
no, he was real clear it was a baby. I just do you really think that it's okay? I mean,
Well,
religion or not, a baby's a baby, right?
well, I mean, yeah, the baby's got its whole life ahead of it, but I mean, it's not remembering much, and if I assume it's its parents that are doing this killing, and gosh, all I think we need to stop them or give them something else to give back to Gallows. You know, we can give them a nice shrub or a small fish maybe.
I mean, if that's eh, hey, you're the god lady, not me.
Well,
What about you, roly poly? And he'll look to Patches.
Well, killing babies, I think, is quite bad. But at the same time, I have some funny rituals myself.
uh, ooh, shucks. Just to say, Gallo is a chaotic evil god, and Our Lady of Feeling is chaotic good.
I, that said, I think the bottom line is killing babies bad.
That's
I,
it.
I
you
can't.
know, I,
I just
I like to, I like to eat everything, but I really love to sink my teeth into some nuanced ethical positions.
you know, what does baby taste like?
but I
Well,
I
mean,
can't
gosh,
believe this. I can't believe this
I
moral
couldn't.
relativism over eating a fucking baby.
I think
Well,
it's
it's
probably
cultural.
just bad all around. Okay, I've gone from Goofy to Hank Hill. I don't know how it's happened.
Go for Hank Hill, Bobby.
Hank Hill.
They're gonna kill Bobby. Bobby. All right.
God damn it, Bobby. Why'd you go and get sacrificed again?
Sorry, David. All the other kids are doing it.
Dang it, Bobby. If all the other kids will jump on an altar and ask for a knife to get driven into their hearts, does that mean you'll do it too?
No, sir.
That's what I thought. Now go grab me a
Hank,
beer.
Hank, I think we should let him get sacrificed if he wants to, Hank. It's good for his development.
Holy shit, that's a good Peggy. Jesus, that fucking
That is
threw me
very
off
good,
Really?
guard.
Peggy. That's
Yeah,
good, good
no,
Peggy. That was good,
okay.
Peggy.
The the Bobby was good, but the Peggy like really took me out.
That was pretty
Excellent.
strong. Was not expecting that.
Now,
Thank
dang
you,
it,
Okay, so Hank Hill
let's go
aside,
stop
what
this.
are we doing here?
Scooby
Let's
Doofy.
stop this baby from getting bodied.
Get bodied. Let's stop this baby from getting bodied, y'all. Okay. You
um,
get what?
while we're walking, can I like uproot like a shrub and put it in like
Yes.
a cloth, and so that way I can I want to offer them when we get there instead of sacrificing the baby to give Gallows material, they sacrifice this here shrub.
Maybe he can give somebody leaf hair. Yes, you may. You have a shrubbery. All right. You guys are there at the church. Well, okay, you're a little ways before it. Um, it is uh sorry, ADHD. It's a pretty gnarly looking old building. It's tall, it's kind of leaning to one side like it sort of has to pee but not yet. All It's all the same color. It's like this dark, dark, dark. almost black gray. That comes from years of decay, and it rained recently too, so this place isn't looking too good. The barn doors are mostly closed. In fact, oh yeah, that's how barn doors do. All right, the two big barn doors are closed, but you know how sometimes they have like a little door cut out of one of them?
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
one's ajar, sort of, and you can see a light coming through it,
Well, of course,
flickering like
light
the
comes
flame.
through. Well, of course, light comes through a jar.
That
Glass.
was a good one, Hank. All right. What do you do?
I will.
And I don't get picked up on the mic.
I
Sorry.
will stride up to the barn with the shrub in hand, and I knock.
All right.
Well,
You
that's a
hear?
stupid idea.
You hear? Yeah.
No one's ever knocked before. Like,
I'll poke my.
That's
I'll like bend over to poke my head inside and go, "What? Hello there. I'm My name
oh,
is
what the fuck?
My name is Blythe and Bonnie, and well, I heard about your little religious excursion today, and I was wondering if we could maybe talk it through."
You see before you a very scary man. He's 8 feet tall, dressed in dark robes, and he's his back is turned to you, but he's looking over his shoulder, and you can see that his face is smeared in tar, just the eyes. But I don't remember which Kiss dude it was, but it's kind of like really
Gene
shitty.
Simmons.
Yeah,
Gene Simmons.
it was Gene Simmons makeup, but like if he did it with his hands, and he only had like actual black paint to do it. But he looks over at you and he's like, "What the fuck?" And he turns around and he's holding a baby.
Um, well, you see, a lovely little lady told us that you were gonna send that there baby back to Gallows for material. And I was wondering if maybe instead of sending a baby to him, instead of killing a baby, you kill this here shrub instead. Give him just as much material, but that there baby gets to grow up. And she'll smile awkwardly and kind of look around the room of the scary cultists.
Um, he's actually the only one in there.
Oh,
It's just him.
It's just him.
Okay.
You know what? That's mighty interesting. Oh wait, no, I can't go country for him. Well, that's pretty fucking wild, man. Why don't you walk in? Come on over. We'll talk about this. It means so much to you.
I'll walk in very cautiously, making sure there's not like a pot of tar, like a bucket of tar over the door.
You don't see any. That's tar, man. He's not gonna waste it. Shit.
That should cost money, yo.
Yeah, he'll just use the pee bucket. Panther pot. That's what he'll use.
No,
So,
not my precious panther piss.
before walking in, I'll gesture to my colleagues to enter with me.
I enter.
Okay.
Autobots, roll out.
And then you roll.
Hank Hill transforms into a propane barbecue pit.
Oh fuck.
Yes.
Clean fuel.
Bobby!
I sell Transformers and Transformers accessories.
I'm gonna kick your ass. So, the four of you, sorry.
Bobby, the Democratic Party is full of Decepticons.
That's what Democrat stands for. Rearrange the letters, Bobby.
What? I gotta ask.
Speaking of killing babies,
Let's get back to the fact that somebody's about to sacrifice a child.
God damn it.
Yeah.
I was
Okay.
about to ask Andre if he'll do one will stand, one will fall. The fucking Gale voice.
Bobby, don't sacrifice babies. Hey, I sacrificed a baby. I ain't gonna kill a baby, man. Okay.
God.
God they gonna kill a baby talking about head
Hey, no,
down over to dang on Planned Parenthood.
God damn
God
it!
dang
all
on
about- grab, switch him with a shrub, grab him, and go kill him.
And
Go back
down
to
there,
God.
got that down there, tall down contraceptive time. You got thing. I'm gonna pull out dang things, squirt all over.
Ooh.
God dang, put it pop a balloon. They gonna, you know what I mean?
Boom, Howard, you're not
fucking
gonna
damn
talk
it.
your way out of this one.
Oh no, we've descended
All right.
into King of the Hell.
All right, so the four of you walk in. I'm gonna make this quick. Walk in, and then he goes, "Holy shit, Silas, man! I didn't think you were gonna do it." And Silas goes over and joins him.
Ah,
I knew this was coming.
Wait,
Now
Wait.
what's happening here? Is this some sort of joke, or is this a honest to goodness betrayal?
He just gives you guys a little rat smile, and then people start coming in. First, there's 2, then there's 10, and pretty soon the barn is full of like there's 25 different Gallo worshippers, all with their paint smeared on their faces, and all with buckets of tar and bags of feathers.
Oh my god!
Yeah, what?
Oh shit, shit's about to get real.
Yeah, you guys came a long way, didn't you? Trying to be the good heroes, isn't that right? And he kind of holds the baby up and he like waves at you guys like, say bye-bye, look, we're gonna eat her. Dumbasses. You think we're really gonna kill a baby?
well,
I don't know what to believe anymore.
Well, it's just that, I mean, Silas was so. We trusted you, Silas! And Blythe starts crying hysterically.
Sorry. And he gives a little shrug. And he's like, oh, not him. And the priest just kind of like pats him on the shoulder. And then he looks to all of you and he's like, well, don't worry, man. That tar's not for her. It's for you. And the scene closes out with, oh, fuck, what did I name everybody? Blythe and Bonnie, Patches the Hole, and Giovanni the Just getting tarred and feathered by the Gallo worshippers of Fairhaven.
God, that was so fucking. That was so fucking good. I did not expect that at all.
I didn't see the twist. I didn't see the twist.
No, I didn't see
What?
it coming at
How?
all.
It was so how? I looked at it,
It's
was like, they're gonna
Silas!
get turned. I think that, yeah, it was like, but Silas used to be like evil, like really evil. Like,
Yeah.
and as soon as you said tar, I'm like, oh, they're gonna get tricked into getting tarred and feathered and sacrificed.
Nice. Of course,
Oh, you
of
know,
course,
y'all don't
Ian,
get killed.
Ian,
They just make fools of you.
Ian, you know, like, don't you know, like, more about Silas's backstory than probably any of us?
Yeah, there's like
I think-
books
Yeah.
worth of shit on him.
Yeah, I go to sleep and I wake up and
And it's like 50
Max is like,
messages of me.
Ian, I realized what Silas's third favorite breakfast food is. Here's 37 pages about it.
holy shit.
There's a
Okay.
doctoral dissertation about Silas's morning routine.
Oh my god.
Absolutely, there is.
You're not, it's not even a joke. Like,
It's not even a joke, guys. I'm not fucking kidding. I have written more for Silas than I ever have, like, in papers in school.
Oh
here's how it
god.
is. It's like Max. Hey, honey, it's 4 p.m. It's time for your lore dump. And it's me like, yes, Silas.
Yes,
Oh,
Silas.
fuck.
But
But
yeah,
yeah.
that was like really fucking good.
That was
Thank
pretty
you.
good.
Yeah, you knocked it out of the park. That was really well. I would give that a solid A.
Thank you. That's sweet of you.
Yeah, I'm not. See, you gotta work through the anxiety. You weren't doing anything wrong.
Okay.
Just
No,
work
you weren't.
square your expectations. I mean, you
Mhm.
can't have them be completely aware of like 7 bajillion pages of clownish lore. It's
That's
not
on
gonna happen.
me. Yeah. Yeah. I
Yeah,
should've-
that was really your only fault. And even their cartoonish betrayal was really tragic. Like, oh yuck, we
Oh.
will life in you.
Love it.
It was
Oh,
like
yeah.
really sad.
God damn it! Both me and Andre went with Goofy. The second Andre started doing his voice, I was like, "Are we
Oh,
both
fuck.
doing Goofy right now?"
We're doing Goofy.
I was
One-
doing.
I
I
was
was
trying to do like a
doing.
lower Goofy.
I had to play the
I
straight
was
lace.
doing. I was doing
Of
the
one
Goofy
gender.
voice. The Goofy voice from the video where he's like, "I'm guilty. I killed those people."
Oh no.
Pay me in. Pay me back. Okay, that's mine. That's how. Oh yeah, shit. And that's how.
Oh,
Oh, that's not Silas. That's how I joined my first church. It was a hell of a thing,
everyone's
man.
just staring at you, Slackjaw, like, what the fuck?
And he's
Like,
laughing like these poor sons of bitches.
And then there's Belfan.
Oh, it washed off. Come on. Say he gets it.
Yeah, I think honestly, yeah, Milo's laughing too. I think this might be like a real like just group like has it ever happened that like the whole party is laughing at the same thing at the same time? I'm not
Yeah,
sure.
I think Ponike is like chuckling at the fact that like that was a pretty good joke.
Got one over on those dickhead clowns.
Yeah. But yeah,
All
that's
right.
where I first started clowning for real, man. All right, who's next? Son of a bitch.
oh, quick thing. I did it.
What'd you do?
What'd you do? You made it?
I'm in San Antonio. I did it in 2 hours.
Yay.
I did
You did it.
Good job.
I did 200 miles in 2 hours.
Whew.
How did you?
Well,
Um,
I did
I
some
was
quick I did
thinking-
some quick I did some quick math and you're going fast.
100 miles an hour.
Yeah.
Meow. All right, who's next?
So anyway, quick thing. So I was looking around. I'm like, oh man, I don't know this part of San Antonio. Is this a good neighborhood? Can I pull over here? And then I saw new stock of Ferraris in. Come and get them. I'm like, yeah, I could park here. Like,
They wouldn't let
Now I'm
them go to waste.
okay, let me think. I have to find a fucking hotel, one that is not attached to a casino, which is actually kind of hard.
Why
Like,
not?
Holy
Keep your
shit.
gamble on.
I want a place with covered. I want something with protected parking. Actually, yeah. So I gotta like look around.
Yeah.
What?
Let me think.
Why is everything a casino here and a gun store? There's like 2 genders.
What?
Gun store, casino.
Hell
Oh my
yeah,
That's
God.
West Texas.
There's a gun store in this casino. Wow.
Hell yeah, dude.
Oh
So
my
I drew
god.
characters.
Oh, wait.
In-
Okay. So the synthesis of gun store and casino is just high stakes Russian roulette.
Oh no.
He's not wrong.
Putting it all on black.
Wait, is that a comforting?
Wait. A cum fart in?
Shut the fuck up. Yeah, I was
Good
a
one.
comforting and sweet, so now I
Good
now
one,
I
man.
now I can't go without pissing
All right,
this
y'all
guy
want me to
off.
do
All
mine
right.
next?
Fuck yes.
Yeah. Hey, actually, do we mind if we take a microsecond
A little break. Yeah,
Yeah.
totally.
Yeah.
A little.
Live.
All right, so drinks are going down. We're all having fun. Milo turns to the party and says, "I suppose it's my turn. This story is not my own. This is a story that goes back quite a few millennia, many millennia, in fact, before the Great War, before the age of, before many ages. This is the story of two men, one woman, and a pear tree. Um, uh, there once was a tiny town called Nettlewood, a secluded little respite from all the growing tensions and tribulations in the lands of men at large. The village consists of just a few thatched roof cottages, including an inn and a smattering of homes. In the town square is a single pear tree. All right, so um, uh, Mags, uh,
Yes.
tell me a little bit about your character.
All right. Uh, Percival Montague is a shorter than average, even for a halfling, little fellow, but he doesn't mind it at all. In fact, he thinks it's kind of neat. Sets him apart from everybody, and that's important to him. He's a nice little fella from a big family. He is the middle child of a set of 17, and his folks, they're good folks, like all folks usually are, but they want him to work in the what's something that people do? They're
This is this
millers.
this is this this is like a this
Mm,
community is large. The economy is very modest and is largely driven by furs and like hunting and gathering. It's in the middle of a dense forest, so there's not actually much commerce to outside areas.
see.
It's pretty isolated.
hmm Okay, in that case, as much as he loves his folks, he's just been bitten by the wonder bug, and he'd much rather go out to the city. Not so much to make his fortune in the traditional sense. He's always had a knack for being faster than anyone else and slyer, even for a halfling. So he's just a little short rogue boy, curly hair.
Excellent, excellent. Honeycake, Olivia, what is tell us about your character?
They're becoming one.
So, Rosaline Willowtail.
Ooh,
She is a noble cleric, and she was raised by the church and serves the church. They pray to Coronach, who is a deity of nature and of life and livelihood. She has worked with and for the church her entire life and has recently decided to leave home in pursuit of clerical duties outside of the church, perhaps in a city or a more established location where she can truly spread her wings and her roots, where she can
Wonderful.
plant down her wings and spread her roots.
Love that. Love a nice metaphor. Gabe, what you got?
Bowman Gregor is a retired soldier. He's a little
I
old
like
to be
that.
an adventurer, but he's with age he's maintained a steady mind and a steadier blade. He li- he he travels from place to place. Originally he was content to live with his retirement, but he decided that he wanted to see more of the world.
Excellent, wonderful. So, you three are gathered together. Um, yeah, you've been kind of cobbled together from there's not many in this town um fit to venture into the woods. A lot of people never come back, and just from a purely statistical perspective, um, it's better not to even go in the forest at all, because when people don't come back, this is a very small community. They could literally just die off if if too many people walked into the woods and didn't return. There just wouldn't be a community. It's just simple numbers. But so most people don't. But you assemble around the pear tree, and old man Scrump, an old gnomish man with little what do you call them? Uh, fuck, what do you call those? Pince-nez glasses.
Nice.
Little pince-nez glasses. He has a glass eye, and he's got a really long, wiry kind of Fu Manchu mustache. Um, and he's got an old, worn purple cloak and a very gnarled staff walking stick that he walks on. And he says to you all, um, now I've gathered you here for an important purpose. You see, this community is protected by the magic within this tree. And as you can see, we are down to our last pair. And and sure enough, you see the tree. The tree does not look very healthy. Um, it has a single hair like hanging precariously from one of the branches, and all the other branches are completely bare. Only scant few leaves cover any of the ends of the branches. Um, now, this is a problem. If the final pair falls, the community will die along with the tree. Uh, so, uh, but along with death, hopefully, is rebirth. And I can perform a ritual, but I lack a component. You must go to the lost meadow deep within the forest, and you must retrieve a true seed.
We know
Do
it's
you think
there.
what's that? You need to speak up.
I'm gosh, I'm sorry, sir, but how do we know it'll be there? What will we have
Trust.
to look for?
Well, uh, head east and never falter. Do not go northeast, nor should you go southeast. Not even should you go north northeast, or south southeast, or north southeast, or south northeast. You must go due east, and if you falter, you will be lost. If you continue and your resolve remains true, you will come across a clearing, and that in that clearing is the meadow, and you shall. There are many seeds on the ground, but only one true seed. You must find out which one is the true seed. The only advice I can give to you is that the truth, the truth can never hide forever.
Oh, well, okay. I'm trying to think of a Canadian accent. Trying to do Gobo Fraggle.
Do
All
it.
right. Hmm. Well, gosh, is that all, old man Scrump?
One more thing. Uh, there there may be a guardian protecting the seeds. You may have to contend with the guardian, but maybe the guardian can help you. I am too old. I do not know. I grow tired. I must have a nap. Please, please do this, or we will all perish.
Gosh. Okay.
I will do my damnedest to make sure that Coronac blesses our journey so that way we come back successful.
Okay. Well, what about you? Was it Broman? Bremen?
Bowman.
Bo
Oh,
Bo Bo
Oh,
Oh
Bowman
man.
Gregor. Bowman Gregor. By the way, love.
Yeah.
I'm gonna keep that NPC name
Yeah, it's such a
because
good NPC name. Good
yeah,
job, dude.
yeah, good. That last name really just fits like a glove next to that first name.
Bowman Gregor. Fucking. What about you, Mr. Gregor?
Well, I'm with you, lots. So whatever trouble follows, I'm going to be there.
Oh, okay then. Gosh, I guess we gotta go. Anybody got a compass?
Yes.
Whoa, that was a quick
I actually
nap.
do. Yes, it was a very quick nap, and I soon shall have another, and yet another still after my second nap completed. Here is a compass. It will help you on your journey. So long. He never moved. He never moved, but he is in fact sleeping perfectly in place, like supported by the cane, and his eyes are still open. It's very it's not good to look at.
Pretty much like the standard sleeping elder.
Yes. All right. So what now, y'all?
Off we go.
All right. So y'all have just for y'all have just standard non-magical equipment. You have rations. You've got pick a martial weapon or a simple whatever. Like just yeah. When the time comes to describe something, just describe it. You can just speak it into existence. You don't have anything fancy, and you're all like level. Let's say level 3.
Okay.
So you're off into the woods. Let me do a quick roll. Oh, hold up. I got some IRL dice right here.
Oh boy, let's hear that clack a clack.
Yes.
Clack me over the head. Make it look like an accident.
Make it look like a claccident. You ready for this ASMR? Wonderful. So, on the way, uh, on the path. Wait, there's no path. There's no path. Yeah, you're headed through, and your resolve is true. You're heading due east, and you do see up in a tree is it's a small creature with very tall pointed ears, little slits for eyes, and it's got these little tiny like insects like wings on its back, and it's wearing a green tunic, and you see it hopping from tree branch to tree branch.
Hello there, excuse me, friend of nature. May we have a word with you?
The thing just starts screaming and screaming, and then it
oh,
flies away.
oh gosh. Oh man.
Did that bird just fucking
That
scream?
was quite uncomfortable.
Yeah, I hope we didn't spook him too bad. Gosh. You think he's gonna
All right.
tell anyone we're here?
Okay. Um, you continue eastward, and you hear in the distance.
Oh man, you think that's him again?
You see, you hear distinct, different sounding screams, but they all sound very panicked. And then before long, you hear nothing at all. What do you do?
Let's just
Um,
keep going east.
I don't know. Yeah, let's just keep on going, man. Old man
I
Scrump was
mean,
real specific.
I would have to agree, unfortunately. Although I want to help whoever may be in trouble, I fear that if we do,
Um,
we would be the next in trouble.
Yeah, I mean,
uh, as
Ollie.
as you're
Oh,
saying
sorry.
as you're saying this, you do hear collectively, all together, like all of the different screaming voices, they're all suddenly screaming from the same direction. They sound very panicked, and they're all screaming. There's about like a dozen voices, maybe, all screaming in unison. It is a cacophony of horror, and it's coming from due north. What do you do?
We continue east.
gosh. Sounds
All
pretty
right.
terrible.
Uh, okay. You keep headed east. The voices fade. You hear one by one. The voices are silent until you hear nothing but the ambient noises of the wind going through the branches. Um, and it's very quiet. Um,
Guys, I think it's probably okay. Like, that one started screaming because it saw us. Maybe they all just saw a really big bug. I'm sure they're fine.
uh,
Off we
so,
go.
yep, yep. So you continue east, and what do you know? You see this clearing, and it seems unnaturally like a perfectly round clearing. It's probably about like 60 feet of just short grass. It's almost so short it looks like it's been mowed recently, and that's like that's y'all don't even recognize what like a mowed lawn looks like. That's not something that these characters would have ever seen. So just unnaturally short grass in a perfect circle of a meadow, and you see um, in excuse me,
Yes.
you see like perfectly symmetrical, right in the middle. There's like spaced evenly apart. There are um, nine flowers. They're all the same. They're these. They look like sunflowers, but instead of the middle is brown and the outside is yellow, these the the middle is black and the outside is purple. And the stalks are like a deep, 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 deep forest green.
Hmm.
Um, and in the middle of the clearing, standing between you and the flowers, you see a green knight. He is in full plate armor, um, and the his pauldrons kind of swoop out and up as if they were like big leaves, like fig leaves.
Ooh.
Um, and around his neck, it looks like a wreath of ivy. Um, and his it looks it's very soft and very hard all at once. You know, it's like it looks like a greenery, and you know, it looks like you could touch it and you'd be running your hand through a bush, but it is all in fact hard metal and steel. Um, and he's holding uh, an impossibly large greatsword. It's stuck into the ground. It's stuck probably like 8 inches into the dirt, and the hilt still comes up to about eye level on him. This is like a fucking. This dude's like 6'1", so it's like this sword it looks quite frankly too large for him to hold, but he stands confidently next to it with a hand resting on the pommel, and his hand is like above his head, resting on it.
In what direction is this fella? Directly east?
Due east. He is standing directly between you and the flowers.
Okay.
Oh boy. Uh, he's. I mean, that's gotta be him. I don't think it's the flowers we gotta fight, right, fellas? Well, fella. Excuse me.
One big fella.
Well, yeah, one. Uh, well, he
Perhaps
looks like a knight. You think we should appeal to his better nature?
he's
Oh, haha.
he's most likely the
That was a
defender of
good one.
the he's most likely the defender of this area.
I mean, for sure, but maybe if we tell him that we wait, maybe if we tell him that we need it for our village, he might let us have the seed.
Perhaps we can probably appeal to his better judgment. Shall we approach
I
him?
say, I say it's worth a shot. Um, Mr. Bowman, you're scarier than us two. It's a lot to ask, but would you mind going just a foot ahead?
Absolutely.
Thank you. A little Percival will walk basically alongside you, but you can't see him because your arms are big and he's little.
And Rosaline is just like directly behind you.
All right. I
Ah.
step forward towards the Green Knight.
You get about let's say you get about 15 feet away from him. I mean, he sees you. He just well, you can't really tell where he's watching. He has, the helmet is fully covered, like full plate, just little slits for eyes.
He's pretty much got an
Um,
armée, is what you're
he's got a
saying.
what?
He's got an armée, is what you're describing.
He is sealed for
Army.
freshness.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
All jokes about
Yeah,
hermetically sealed for freshness aside.
yeah, yes. He he's looking fresh, and he holds his hand out and says, "Stop. What brings you to the meadow?"
Well, sir. Andre, what was the name of our village?
Nettlewood.
Nettlewood. I like that. Well, brave knight, we come from Nettlewood. It's a little village due east from here, and you
Well,
see.
it would be due west because we've been traveling
Correct.
east.
Due west.
My mistake, sir. Due west. I'm kind of silly in the head. But we come from Nettlewood, and we were sent here to retrieve a seed because we were told it might be the only thing that'll save our village and keep the forest from consuming us.
A seed.
Yes, sir.
The true seed.
He he kind of reacts to that, like a seed, whatever. But he hears the true seed, and you see his chest kind of puffs out, and his head kind of cocks to the side. He says, "You seek the true seed. Is this correct?"
Sir, it is.
Hmm. Only the worthy may have the true seed. I have stood here for a long time. Few have come. None were worthy. Are you worthy?
I sure hope one of us is.
I believe I am, sir. For I am true in my worship, and
Approach.
Rosaline will step forward.
The knight steps forward as well, and he pulls the sword from the earth, and you see like clumps of dirt fall from it.
Right.
And he raises his sword high, and then slowly lowers it down until and he's holding it with just one hand. The sword probably weighs, I mean, like 120. Like this this thing is huge, and it impossibly he holds it with one hand, and he points it, and it's pointed right at your forehead, about an inch away from your forehead. And he says, "What god do you worship?"
I worship Koronach, goddess of nature and rebirth.
"Yes, I know Koronach well." Fudike, give me a religion check with advantage.
What would be my modifier? Am I using like
Uh,
Punike's
you're
modifier or like a
no, okay.
plus
Give me
5?
give me two. Just give me two d20s, and then we'll eyeball it.
Godspeed.
Come on. Load, you dumb thing.
Bonk.
There we are.
Uh-oh.
Okay. Um, he He looks at you, and you feel this. You feel something really tough, Rosalina. You feel absence. Uh, you feel like your God isn't there right now. You're getting a busy signal, um, and you suddenly fall to the ground, and then he just goes, hmm. And then his sword slowly turns and points to Bowman. And you, are you worthy? What makes you worthy of the true seed?
What makes me worthy? Quite a question. Is my companion all right, or are they just unconscious? Like, how did that? What we don't know.
No. Oh, no, no, no. No. Sorry if that wasn't clear. You're conscious. You're just like, kind of like prone, I guess. Although not even prone. You're like on one knee.
Are you saying like
Um,
I was about to say? Is this like the weight of this like weapon giant? I,
no, no. This was
She
not
dead?
a. No, 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 no. She is just. She's fine. She's lost 0 hit points. um, she is feeling like like a little crisis of faith, um, or at least something feels just amiss. Maybe not a crisis of faith. Even in these temporary characters, I wouldn't want to like change something in a character's brain to make them kind of like you know this she's a true believer, so she's not a true believer anymore. Like she hasn't lost her faith, but something feels wrong. And when he asked her, like, "Are you true?" There was a moment of doubt, maybe not doubt, but hesitation enough that it she faltered. But she's fine. She's fine. She's not dead. Fully
She's just
fully
kind
not
of
dead.
she's just kind of crying a bit.
Yeah.
Baby. Oh, poor Rosalie.
oh.
And you, sir, what makes you worthy of the true seed?
I'm not sure I'm worthy of such a seed. However, I have seen war. Are you familiar with the concept, or at the very least, are you familiar with the ordeals of such a war?
Yes, yes, I know war. I definitely know war. So, you're worthy because of the horrors you've seen?
Hardly.
Hmm.
But I've heard wisdom
Hmm.
makes a better man.
Hmm. I would be inclined to agree. Give me a wisdom roll. Actually, just give me 2d20s with advantage,
Yep.
and then we'll play that by ear.
Oh, that's lovely.
Oh
That's
boy.
all. That's already.
Oh, you got advantage. Okay. Um, and the knight says, "Hmm. Yes, certain wisdom can only come through failure, not triumph. More is learned from failure than from victory. And I see in your eyes you have fallen before, and you've grown because of it. Interesting." Um, he points. He slowly points his sword over to Percival.
Oh,
And you, small one,
he?
are you worth? What makes you worthy of retrieving the true seed?
Gosh, sir. I, I'm not really sure. I've never had to think if I was worthy enough to do something. I just do things because they need doing.
Hmm.
You must understand that. You stand here and you guard the seed. Me, I help out at home. I help with the crops. I cook. I clean. I guard. I sew. I don't know if I need to be worthy of something, but we need to get this seed to help our village. So if it needs doing, I hope I'm the one to do it.
Hmm. A bit of modesty, a bit of naivete, but out of necessity, bravery. Hmm. Go ahead and make a check with advantage with two flat 20s.
Oh.
No, no, baby boy, no.
Oh.
Oh,
Hmm.
Percy.
Hmm. Well, you three have demonstrated to me that you are not worthy of the true seed. And then he plunges his sword back into the ground and he takes a few steps to the right and he kind of circles over until the path towards the flowers are clear. And he says, but that is not what the true seed is for. That's not why the true seed exists. This is not a meritocracy. The best don't get the best things. The strongest don't necessarily survive. The town needs the seed. The seed must find the town, whether it takes a week, a moment, or 10 million years. Now, which to pick? The only question that remains. Before you are 9 flowers, like in a grid. Um, what? How do you approach?
Hmm. Um, what do? Okay. What's the layout of the flowers?
Um, it's like 3 rows of three, so
Hmm.
three, three, three.
And do they all look to be in the same state of health? Like, are there any that are sort of wilted or stronger looking than the others?
Um, they are all identical.
All identical. Boy.
Um, but the night's still there.
Are
Sure.
they of different colors? Andre, are they of different colors or are they
Um,
any different from
they
one
are
another?
all they are all purple and black. But if you want to investigate, you can look for some other differences.
Sure, I'll investigate.
I will too. I would like to look at the ground that they're planted in and see, like, because I know certain trees and certain plants suck up more nutrients and they don't let other nearby plants get as much. So I want to see if there's any like bare patches of grass versus like, lush grass under any of the other flowers.
Rosaline will walk over to the night. She'll get up from because she was crying and then she was praying. She'll get up from her prayer. She'll walk over to the night. Can you just tell? Would you be able to just tell us which one is the true seed?
I cannot, but it's possible that someone already has told you.
You said they're arranged in a grid, right?
Hey, wait, hang
Yeah.
on. I know what it is.
I stand at the center of the grid.
Don't
I
pick
use
any.
and
Don't
I
pick any.
point. I'm not gonna pick. I'm not gonna pick any specifically. I'm just
Okay.
gonna point to the flower that is the most due east.
No, don't you remember? Old man Scrump, he said the truth will reveal itself in time. We have to see. We have to wait it out.
As um as what's your name? As Rosaline points to that flower, it grows a little bit, and the others shrink just a little tiny bit.
Nice.
So to go east all along.
So what now?
I'll go over and I'll examine the flower that is most eastwardly.
Yep. It yeah, you see it looks like a normal flower, and then as you approach and as you come next to it, you see the face of the I don't know if it's called the face. I feel like they're called face. The face of the flower
Oh yeah.
kind of it kind of unravels, it kind of unfurls, it twists out into a spiral, and it looks like another interior flower blooms.
Whoa.
And this flower it looks different. This one is like a shimmering. It's like a shimmering spectrum. Like it looks kind of like, depending on where you're looking at it, it looks like a different color. Um, and yeah, and out from it, you see a simple brown seed. Uh, it looks like it's just kind of a normal seed. It's about the size of a quarter, and it it's right there. It's kind of got this gold light radiating from it.
Excuse me there, little flower. I thank you so much for the seed. And she will pluck it.
All right. Um, you've added one seed to your inventory.
I will
The,
take a piece of like silk fabric and gently wrap it in the silk fabric and wet it just a little bit with my canteen and then put it in like more fabric and then put it in my bag.
all right. I'm assuming it's due west from here, straight shot, right?
Yes.
He does look over at the
Alright.
knight and he's like, if that was it, what are you gonna do now? Do you need somewhere else to stand?
No. No, I don't think it matters what I do now. So I will keep standing.
Oh,
And I will stay
hey,
here.
thank you for your help. I hope everything goes well for you. All right.
It may. It may not. All right, so due west, straight back to the village. You hear no screams, strangely. And yeah, you reach the village and you approach old man Scrump. Um, yeah, what do you say to him? He's just standing there.
Old man Scrump.
He doesn't move.
Bowman, could you give him a pat?
Bowman actually moves to the other side of the old man's face. Is he okay? Is he just sleeping?
He suddenly starts and he's like, "Oh, what? I was sleeping. Oh shit, he sounds like Ichabod now. Wait, what did this guy sound like?
No. Oh, excuse me.
I was I was sleeping.
I was sleeping.
I'm sorry, I was sleeping. What do you have the seed?
Yes, we do.
Rosaline will pull it out of her bag, pull it out of its cloth wrapping, pull it out of its silk wrapping, and hand it to Old Man Stump.
All right. And yeah, Scrump takes it and
Yeah.
he pulls out a little what you call it, a little trowel, I guess, a little shovel, and he digs one one small hole at the base of the pear tree, and he places the true seed, and he covers it with dirt, and then he very slowly walks over to like 10 feet away to a little bench, and he's got a little uh, pail of water, and he brings it all the way back. This whole it takes about a minute for him to like walk there and back. Very
Sir, do you
uh,
need help?
no, I don't. I got it.
I want to
Damn it,
do
I
it
got it.
myself.
No, yeah, I thank you. And then he pours
Mm.
water on it, and um, then you see a tiny little sprout shoot from the ground. And by now, a little crowd has gathered. All the townsfolk who are worried about the fate of their little community, they all gather around, and they see the little sprout come up. Um, you three gain a level. Um, the town looks like it's saved. And then you feel something stirring. You feel the ground start to shake, and you hear some kind of screams and panicking, and you see um, the sky. The sky opens up, and you see just thousands and thousands of flying imps of devils just filling the air. They they swoop down and start ripping apart the townsfolk. They start ripping apart the trees. There's so many of them that you can hardly see the sky. And uh, and then you see something else. You see a bright light, and then you hear someone shout, "It's the herald! Oh God, it's the speaker! The speaker's here! Oh no!" And you see in shining in shimmering black armor with gold accents, and you see shiny black fur on the head and golden eyes as a Rakshasa descends. He comes down. He's wearing a crown of black and gold, and necrotic energy radiates from him.
Who dat?
He, you don't know. He, he, he flies down and he plucks the pear from the tree. He brings it to his mouth, sniffs at it, and then just drops it to the ground. And that's the last thing any of you ever see as you are ripped to shreds by a horde of devils. This is the beginning of the Age of Demons.
And it's all thanks to us meddling kids.
And then Milo leans back and says, "Yeah, so I showed up at the end there, but mostly it was a story about those three. I think it's really nice how they saved their little town right before I killed them all."
God,
I
yeah, to
like how
tell you the
I
truth, I kind of thought you were gonna be the old man the whole time.
No,
I honestly thought he was
no,
going to be the Green Knight.
no. The old man actually slept through it all. He had
Magnus liked that. I don't know how Silas feels about it, but that was very funny.
I love how the bit. All right, I'm gonna level with you. The bit where it says like, "Oh, you leveled up," and then you get torn apart by fucking imps. It's actually brilliant.
Good job. You can take a feat, and now you're dead.
yeah.
I'm gonna use actor to scream like someone else.
I
Yeah.
gain the tough feat, and I
Oh,
cast
no.
Guiding Bolt at 2nd level.
Great. Okay. Well, Rakshasas are immune to all spells below level 6, so
You're done.
it's tough.
Suck it.
It's tough. You do get it off though. You do get the spell off.
Phew.
And then Milo takes another sip of his drink, and that's the end.
And you know what?
Gosh.
That fruit tasted bad too.
Oh, he didn't
Stupid
even
fruit.
eat it. He
He
didn't even
sniffed
eat
it.
it.
Oh
I feel
yeah.
like I feel like that would be the biggest like blue balls
Fuck you.
possible in this scenario to like not even eat the fruit. You know what I'm saying? Like
Mhm.
even eat it.
It
Did
wasn't
y'all
even.
did y'all
It's
have
funny
fun?
here that it wasn't even our fault that the fucking village fell. It was just like, oh, suddenly the fucking sky opened up. Oh, you're fucked.
Yeah, no, I'm glad there wasn't confusion there. It's completely unrelated. It's completely unrelated. Y'all could have failed, um, and the same thing would have happened. Um, hey, so shout out to Olivia for solving the puzzle that
Good job.
I literally that I didn't know there would be a puzzle. I didn't write any of that. I didn't. That was pretty much 100% just on the spot. Like none of that. I didn't think of the Green Knight until y'all went to the meadow. I didn't think of the meadow until y'all talked to the old man. The only thing I have written down for the notes for this is the town name, the characters' names. Um, yeah, and then this Hook. The tree is dying. Last pear is soon to fall. Y'all need to go into the Lost Meadow to retrieve the true seed, not an untrue seed. And then like Nettlewood, and like that's it. That's all. Wow, that ended up way more cohesive than I thought it was gonna. It really came together.
Very folktale. I dug it.
It's always easier than it looks.
Is it though?
Y'all look over to.
Sometimes it is, but man.
Hey y'all, I'm starting to fade in and out. You know, I'm not
No,
really.
totally. I think this is a good time to call it.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
let's just not let Gabe have fun at all.
Gabe,
Oh no!
fuck you. Gabe, would
Yeah.
you like to go?
I mean, all I was going to do was a little bit of this. 1 second. Let me.
Oh
All right,
shit, he's
sure.
got something. Hold up. Do we have a map?
No, we don't. I'm
Okay.
just.
Oh,
I'm just doing something a little special.
do it.
Do it.
Do
Do
it.
it.
Do it.
Y'all have.
Do it.
So y'all turn to look over at Belfan, who's just like conked the fuck out.
And then he shits himself.
No. God damn.
No,
But like.
he doesn't need the shit.
Last I checked, sassafras isn't a diuretic, so no.
You know what? I'm gonna have to make all of these stupid made up drinks and shit actual drinks. So I'm gonna make sassafrasal and panther piss.
Thank
Yeah.
Sassafras panther fist. All right. What about? Are you gonna make Flash of Genius a fucking thing too? Since.
Yeah, yeah.
Ooh. Hey, how about this flask of genius?
Ooh.
Nice.
Actually, that's pretty good because considering the whole flask bit.
Yeah, Flask of Genius. Let's do it.
Hell yeah. All right.
Go on, Belfin, and then we can close out for the day.
Yeah, let's wrap this up with a little bit of this. As y'all are are wrangling you're now you're now a sleep artificer. Deep in the Mournlands, there is a there's there are there is a factory, a broken down ghost of what it used to be. Inside, cogs filled with dust, trenches covered in sand, lost to time. In the middle, something begins to turn on, to light up. And then a hand from inside the sand reaches out, clawing for life desperately. It pulls itself out, a mangled machine, nothing more than what it used to be. And it screams, a metal grating shriek. The mismade have awoken.
Ooh, mismade. That's cool, dude.
Oh, I was thinking like Mrs. Maid.
Yeah, for
but like
for like
like
1 second, I was like a lady, but no.
the the wrongly assembled is what you mean. Yes, mismade, right?
Yeah. That's kind
That
of the bit.
Oh,
All right.
I thought you said mist maid, as in like a maiden of the mist.
there's literally so many